Here's what my neighborhood looks like. I think I'm going to be kicking it here, man. I like it here. I feel like I'm in the middle of nowhere. Hello, living in the van vlog, night of the 21st of October 2011. Yeah, so I got up. I got to sleep. I was working until 1:30, and then I kind of parked my car and was ready to lie down at 2, and I got to sleep pretty easy, obviously, because it was late. But then I was up at 10 or even earlier than that, and I was out and about at 10, I think. So yeah, from the time when I parked my car and then I drove my car away, it was only 8 hours, so that was pretty cool. So yeah, I went and spent $25 today, first off, to buy this thing. I needed a new cooker because a couple months ago, my second cooker busted a hole in the bottom of it, so I had to I always only had one. And it's a lot easier to have two because then I can cook up oatmeal and then cook up something else for later, and have my food stored in two different places. For example, right now I've got that spaghetti squash, I guess is what it's called, with some garlic or whatever, ginger, garlic, and whatchamacallit, rice. Put a cup of rice in there, so, and some sauce stuff. So yeah, I can eat that as soon as it cools down. And I cooked up some oatmeal for tomorrow that's sitting there. Getting ahead. Yeah, so I got that, and then I went and I cleaned up my car, and then I chopped this up and cooked it for the first time. I let it boil, and then I throw the rice in, because it says on the rice packet, I forgot that rice takes a long time to cook, but yeah, I let it boil, and then I throw the rice and that thing in, and then I let it cool down, and then I come back and I let it boil again, and then when it cools down enough to eat, that's when I eat it. So, so then I went into the gym, and I sat down to just start off my day a little bit, but just by splicing my videos together to upload my video from yesterday. And I couldn't download ebooks or audiobooks because they on both my computers it would just lose connection. So there's something wrong with their internet. So I was like, fuck, I was all bummed. So I was like, I guess I'll just work out today. So I went in and I stretched for 40 minutes. And then I was like, let's just see if I can upload. So I went in and I was sitting in the locker room and watching TV, the news there on these couches, and discovered that I could upload at that time. So I uploaded for a little bit watching the news until my battery died. And then I went and got on the treadmill and downloaded audiobooks. And I was on a treadmill that had two outlets in front of it. So I was actually downloading audiobooks with both my computers at the same time. My big computer fastened on the top like it normally is, and then my little computer on the bottom of the treadmill where I can still see it. And then I was using my little mouse on the treadmill itself with the left hand, and then this mouse on the right hand. I was just looking at it, and yeah, I downloaded in both of the audiobooks with both computers. So I think I managed to get 4.5 gigs of zip files from a book. I can't remember how many books it was from the little computer. And then 15 from the big computer. The big computer downloads faster than the little computer. 7 has the big computer has 7, little computer has XP. So, yeah, but then I kind of bonked. I guess I'm not eating enough, so I was decided to stop walking, and I ended up walking about 8 miles today. So that's not so bad. In different intervals, I would walk, and then I would go to pee and stuff, because I didn't want to keep it running while I left. So I just stopped it and I wrote down how far I went, because you can't just pause it, you have to stop it. It's kind of weird that way. None of them are like that. So I had to write it, and then I added up later. So yeah, 8 miles. Well, 7.94 miles. And yeah, and then I was like, all right. So I sat down, and I was just sitting down on their couch there for downloading video audiobooks. And it was kind of faster going because I got into the section where there were smaller audiobooks. So, and I was working on my site all day. I did really good on my site today. So yeah, I worked until 10:30 because they close at 11 today because it's Friday, and it's 11:57. So 11:58. So I came back to my car, and this new little inverter that Robert sent me. I think it's 200 watts or something like that. And yeah, I was doing fine with the my external hard drive hooked up to it, and then it kind of went a little bit, I think. No. I never even hooked up the my little computer to it. But then I hooked up my big computer, and it started going beep. And that's what my other one did a lot. And maybe I destroyed my other one, and maybe this one's not strong enough to handle my big computer. I don't know. I'm gonna look in the booklet, see if hopefully I can find it, and see like what the beeping means. Like if that means like stop it because you're gonna hurt it or whatever. But it was beeping, but it was still powering it. And when my other one beeped, it would stop powering it. So yeah, I wonder what the beeping means. But you'd think that inverter would be strong enough for a laptop computer. So because that was the only thing that was hooked up to it. So I don't know. I'll read the book and see what's going on. But I unplugged it anyway because I didn't want to like take any risks. But yeah. But I'm still glad I have it. Even if I can't use my computers with it, I'm still glad I have it because I can charge my cell phone and my video camera. And yeah, so yeah, I think I'm gonna be pretty hard pressed to download all the audiobooks from that site the whole time I'm there. So that's basically the only thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go in there all day long and just be downloading audiobooks all day long on the treadmill, and hook up both computers on the Stairmaster maybe, and then on the couch, and just be there all day with both computers going at the same time, just doing the thing, audio, and hopefully I can get it down. Yeah, maybe they won't pay attention. I'll be able to stay a little bit more than 14 times. But we'll see. And but yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be awesome when I have all those audiobooks down, man. Because then I just listened to it. Because today I listened to the history of London today. And last night while I was sleeping and going to bed, or last afternoon, I was doing life in medieval England, which was really, really interesting. This history of London I was spacing out, not really paying attention to. And the battery on this thing works. I love this MP3 player because and I'm going to do a video about it, the Sansa, because I can stop playing a song, or not a song, but like an audiobook, like a chapter in the audiobook at a certain place. And then, I move away from it, I turn it off. And then when I go back to it, it goes resume, and I can resume at the same place where it was before. So I don't have to remember where it was, So it picks up. It's pretty awesome. And there's a lot of cool things about this thing. So it'd be cool to have the really big one with all the memory, space. But anyways, so that's that. I'm dying of hunger right now, man. Today I ate, for breakfast I had the oatmeal, like I always do, 600 calories. And then I had a few apples, 3 apples and 2 bananas or something like that for lunch. And then I had a $4.50 one of their drinks, which are 600 calories. So, my God, I don't know if I didn't eat that much today. And I spent about $30, $26 on this teapot thing, and then another $4.50 on the thing, the little juice. So, yeah, now I have less than $100, but we'll see how long I can stretch that out. Because I still have 3/4 tank of gas or something. All right, so that's that.